There's my knife. There's my knife. My knife. That's not a knife. That's a knife. Crocodile Dundee. Anyone? Right? That's the movie, I think. I don't think I've ever actually seen that movie. I just know that quote. So knife. Little knife. All right. Well, it took all year, but Sire's new line of guitars is finally released. Welcome back to The Mix. I'm ABD. Today we have an unboxing of a new Sire guitar. Back in February or January, Sire announced their whole new line of guitars, which included Jazzmaster types and a new hollow body type and a few others, like a new addition to their Strat types and a hollow body Telecaster and a few others. But what was most interesting to me was the new Jazzmaster types. They have a J3 and a J5. The J5 is an alder body and it's more expensive. The J3 is a mahogany body and it's only $3.99. And today we have a J3 to unbox. And Tisk, FedEx delivered the package. I usually prefer UPS, and you can see why. They put like a heavy package or something on top of it. The two sides popped open. There was tape here and here, and it popped open because something squished it. So hopefully the guitar is okay. Let's open it up and find out. We have a box and we have a knife and we can open it up. So luckily inside, we got this guitar from Sweetwater. Shout out Sweetwater, our friends over there in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And luckily they do this packaging where it's actually, there's not that much to this piece, but they kind of fill it up. The foam goes in there and they fill it up somehow, and so it like perfectly wraps around the guitar or the box inside. Usually it's double boxed. You have one box here, fragile. We have another box inside that is the Sire box. And there's our boy, Larry Carlton, hanging out, playing guitar. And so if you're not familiar with Sire, they're a newer company that's been around for a little while now, but they're fairly new. They came on the scene mostly with their bass guitars. Those are branded Marcus Miller, famous bass player. And those were very popular for them. A few years later, they started making electric guitars. And I think this is like their third line of electric guitars. Like I said, they added a Jazzmaster type and a few other new types to the lineup. And so I am excited. I've played a number of their guitars in the past. I have one bass guitar, and it is a Marcus Miller, like I just mentioned. And I also reviewed for the channel before their Strat type guitar and their affordable Tele type guitar. You can find that video right here. But today, we have their new line, a Jazz type, a J3 mahogany body Jazzmaster with Jazzmaster pickups. I always think their pickups sound exceptional, so I'm excited to hear how their Jazz type sound in the mahogany body. That's enough talking. We have this box right here with more tape to get that off so we can get to the guitar. So we lift it up this way. You have some air cushion plastic around the whole thing. That's very nice. In here, ooh, they've changed it up a little bit. In here we have this brown booklet, which Sire Acoustic and Electric Instrument Limited Lifetime Warranty. You get a little signature by the CEO, Kyle Kim. And you also get this little tag right there with a QR code on the back. Very nice, very nice. You also get, whoa. You also get your whammy bar, which in this case does not have a little white tip on it. I like that. I prefer that. Then you have 1, 2, 3 Allen keys for adjustment. And the guitar is wrapped in a styrofoam wrapper to keep it extra safe. Oop. Pull it out this way. And so this guitar I got from Sweetwater, and because of that, on their gallery, you can choose the exact guitar you want to get. And so I know how much the guitar weighs. I've seen it. I have pictures of it. And so it weighs just under 8 pounds. It's a lighter, but not too light guitar, which is great for a Jazzmaster. It's great for a mahogany body Jazzmaster too. And so now, we've talked and we've talked and we've talked. It is now time for the moment you've all been waiting for, your first look. A Sire J3 guitar. Here we have our Sweetwater information. First Inspector Tracy M, and Final Inspector Jonah W. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for doing your job. Look at how beautiful that guitar is. It is a silver finish, which is also amazing. How often do you see silver guitars? Not very often. And I think a Jazzmaster type body is the perfect body for a silver type guitar. Looking at the guitar, the finish is looking good. I'm not seeing any imperfections. It's a pretty thick body. Is that the same thickness as a normal Jazzmaster? I think. I'm not sure. We can do measurements. We can do comparisons. I am seeing a piece of the pick guard here. It's a little weird, but I can fix that with like a razor blade. You have a little piece of protection on the switch right there. Nice feeling switch. You have two knobs here, a volume and a tone. And as I turn them, they're kind of, they're not perfectly centered. So they're kind of moving a little bit as I turn them. It's kind of interesting. I haven't really seen that before. Maybe the actual knobs are not perfectly circle, but then here we have plastic. We will take off. Ooh, we have more plastic. We will take off. Ooh. And then we do have plastic on the pick guard to take off. I'm looking for the sky to save me. I'm looking for sunlight. I'm looking for something to help me turn out right. Did y'all hear about Dave Grohl? Not cool, man. Not cool, man. You're supposed to be like the good guy at Dad Rock or whatever. You'd be out here cheating on your wife? You got a kid, Dave. Dave's got a kid and he'd be out here cheating. Not cool, man. There goes my hero. Watch him as he goes. So yeah, be better. Be better than Dave Grohl. Everyone, don't cheat on your wife at 55 years old with probably a young girl. Don't do that. Icky. Icky, man. Anyways, let's get this plastic off. I'm looking for sunlight. I'm looking for something to help me burn out right. Yeah. And I saw somebody on Twitter say that, oh yeah, Kurt would have kicked him out of the band for this. Let me be very clear. No, he wouldn't have. Kurt was kind of a douchebag. He cheated as well. Thank you. Thank you. So anyways, back to the review of the Sire J3 Jazzmaster type guitar. As I'm struggling to get the rest of the plastic off, we are almost done though. There's a hair, get off my pickguard. Okay, got it off. Clean pickguard. How does that look? I think that's a killer looking guitar. On the back, we have a Strat type trem system. So you can see the covering on the back there. And then you have the maple neck here with the satin finish on the back, which feels great. And you also have rounded, slightly rounded edges on the fretboard. And then, unfortunately, no locking tuners, which is sad, but it is only a $400 guitar, so you cannot really complain too much about that. Sire absolutely kills it with the rosewood fretboards. They look amazing. It also has a satin finish on the front. The neck is a composite bone nut, and the frets look beautiful. Very well polished, shiny. The fret ends, the fret edges are a little sharp, maybe not as smooth as I would prefer, a little sharp, especially when you get a little higher up there. And then you have the new Sire Jazzmaster pickups there. I think they have two different sets, one for the J3 and one for the J5, the mahogany body and the alder body. But we'll find out how they sound in just 1 second. Let me put the knobs back on. Forgot to do that. There you go. Knobs are on. So now we can tune it up and get a sound demo. This video is mostly an unboxing. We will do a part 2, a full review of the guitar. But so if you are interested in that, please like and subscribe if you are enjoying this. But let's get to a quick demo before we wrap up this video. You have the input on the pickguard right there. Plugs in. You know what I just realized? We're missing It's kind of funny. We're missing a screw right there in the pickguard. They just forgot to put a screw. Nice going, guys. I have screws. That's okay. But that's not right. Okay, so we are in tune, and I can say about the setup, it looks pretty good. The action, the height of the strings looks pretty good. The pickups might be a little low. We might have to bring those up. And it is floating. It is a floating trem, and it looks good. Nice and even with the body. So let's hear how it sounds on clean with no pedals. So I think the G string on the nut needs to be cut a little lower because there's a little bit of bending when you play like an open D string. It's a common thing on more affordable guitars, and it's easy to fix. It's better than it being cut too low, because then you would have to replace the nut. If it's cut too high, then you can always just sand it down a little bit. These pickups sound great. Sire makes great guitars. They really do. For $400, this is incredible sounding. I'm not a huge Jazzmaster person because I think the pickups are a little harsh and thin sounding. They don't really have as much punch as I would like. I'm just not really a Jazzmaster person. But here, what they've done with the mahogany body and these pickups, it's a lot warmer, and they kind of have a P90 quality to them, which I really, really like. So that was on the neck. If we go to the middle position, a lot louder. That bridge pickup is a lot closer. I think that neck pickup needs to be brought up, but we're not setting it up at all in this video. It's just going to be the factory setup. I know Sweetwater is supposed to do their inspection, but as of recently, I don't know how much setting up they do, especially on cheaper guitars. Again, the neck feels really great. These tuners seem to be doing a good job. We just tuned it up. The strings are still stretching, but it seems to be staying in tune well. Let's actually put the whammy bar in. See how that works. It is a push-in whammy bar, which is great. Fender, where you at? Get on the push-in whammy bar. And it also has no white tip on it, and I like that. Very 80s type ordeal. But you just push it in, and you tighten it with a little Allen key adjustment on the side. So let me do that. And so as easy as that, you have your whammy bar installed. And it seems to be very high quality. So that whammy works well. It's pretty tight. It's a little different than Fender. I'm not sure how many springs are in the back. We'll open that up and look in part 2. But we're going to tune back up because we kind of fell out of tune already. And then we're going to try some high gain tones. Okay, high gain on the neck. Here's what we get. Sounds pretty good. That pickup definitely needs to be brought closer to the strings, but let's try the bridge. So there's definitely feedback because they are single coil pickups. We'll go to the middle position. There is noise canceling, but it doesn't sound as good. And these pickups are voiced very nicely. They're kind of P90-ish. They almost have a humbucker kind of quality to them. Really bumpy mid-range, not too saturated, with a really nice high end too. The bridge pickup is not harsh. This is a bridge pickup. Sounds really good for single coil pickups. And we could try lowering the tone. halfway, all the way, back to halfway, and back to full. Pots feel good. They're kind of easy to turn. That's okay, though the knobs are not my favorite. I'm probably going to change those knobs. I don't really love that. The neck feels great. It is a C-shaped neck. It is a, I think, 9.5-inch radius on the fretboard. And again, those pickups sound great. The bridge is super high quality. I think it's a Korean-made bridge, which is really high quality. And again, the frets and the fretboard are really the star of the show. They are incredibly high quality, shiny, nice, level. The frets are very level. There's no buzz. And yeah, overall, so far, very impressed with it. But I'm always impressed with guitars from Sire. They do great stuff. Check them out. You can find the link to the guitar in the description. And if you're interested in that part 2, like and subscribe to stick around. I really appreciate you watching it. Until next time, play guitar and play Jazz Masters. Because they're blobby and cool. Thank you very much. Chlorofluorocarbon and hydrochlorofluorocarbon free. Source reduction benefits through superior performance. Foam pads are disposable into the regular waste stream. Foam pads compress to a fraction of their expanded state in landfill. Let's hear how it sounds on clean with no pickups. So let's hear how it sounds on clean with no pickups. So let's hear how it sounds on clean with no pedals. Let's fix this then, right? Good.